Being yet defeated again by Sunset Shimmer, David Drayton and the main six, Storm King was driving home full of anger. He really had enough and was driving home late at night. He complains, "Ugh, defeated yet again. I'll get those ponies next time, and when I do, they're gonna be so sorry." He accidentally cuts off a yellow Volkswagen Beetle ahead of him, causing the yellow vehicle to crash onto the side of the road. The yellow car that he just passed was already broken up. The vehicle was all battered and bruised. The vehicle itself was an old school 1970s era Volkswagen Beetle. It was bright yellow, and guess what? When the smoke clears out, Fluttershy was sitting in the driver's seat. She became so angry, and now she wants some payback. After realizing that Storm King has caused the accident, Fluttershy becomes so angry and sped off after him in her Volkswagen Beetle. She glares through the windshield as she tries to look for Storm King. And then she spoke up. "That is it! I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm gonna find that Storm King and teach him a lesson." And she was. She continuously drives around, hoping to find the Storm King. Fluttershy passes the Storm King's car, going over 100 kilometers per hour, then slamming on her brakes right in front of the Storm King's vehicle. The Storm King was so startled that he has seen the same yellow Volkswagen, this time going slowly ahead of him. Storm King was a bit annoyed with this as he was just overtaken by a yellow car. He complains behind the wheel. "Ugh, not that yellow piece of junk again. I thought I already passed that hunk of junk." Storm King overtakes the Yellow Beetle over and over again, but it doesn't move. It stays exactly right in front of him, driving slowly. Fluttershy lets out a sinister smile, hoping to make him pay for what he has almost did to her. Fluttershy laughs as she continuously talks to herself. Let's see how he likes it when he gets to be the one who gets pranked back. After all, I have nothing to do with it. He started this, so now it's my turn to play the bad guy. Fluttershy continues driving slowly in front of the Storm King's vehicle. The Storm King gets really nervous now as he realizes he's going around and around. And in fact, it was pretty much still late at night. And in fact, the only cars that were on Ponyville's main street was him and the yellow vehicle right in front of him. It's almost like the vehicle never left. And in fact, it gives off a chilling presence. The bright yellow color makes it clear that this vehicle was not normal. It was trying to scare him off. Storm King was a bit startled by this as he immediately realizes that he is not going to enjoy this at all. In fact, he became so scared that he immediately backs up. Okay, now I'm purely convinced that this car is something strange. I really do not want to be around this car anymore. He gently slows down as he lets the yellow vehicle drive on. Storm King watches as the yellow Volkswagen Beetle drives away, and Fluttershy watches him in his rear view mirror. And in fact, Storm King was so scared that he really didn't want to suffer a fatal accident this night. And in fact, Fluttershy just smiles creepily in her rearview mirror, realizing that Storm King finally learned the lesson about how to not mess with a gentle soul. Fluttershy grins creepily as she continues driving along, driving home all alone in the dark, while watching Storm King settle out with a creepy, already scared look. "Yeah, that's right. That's what you get. Don't mess with me, or else I'm coming for your dreams tonight." She smiles and continuously drives away in her Volkswagen Beetle. The night ends with Fluttershy's Volkswagen Beetle driving away, clearing the distance for Storm King, who was already frightened by the yellow car appearing in his rearview mirror and in front of him over and over again whenever he passes the yellow vehicle. The yellow vehicle suddenly disappears into the darkness, no longer a threat to Storm King, as it was just an attempt to scare him away because of how angry he made her.